And here we are. Welcome. Welcome forward, everyone, to the latest episode of the Working Man's Warships. I'm your humble host, Jedi God, and we welcome you, whoever you may be, wherever you are in the globe, whatever time of the day or night it is where you are, and however you are tuning in, watching, and listening. Welcome, welcome all. So, I'm going to take a break from action today for me to show you why I started this channel. And for that, we are going to use the crafting station. So, first of all, if I just go over here, signing in today, before we go in the crafting station, I'm going to go over and I'm going to take what they got for me. I can't say this enough. I'll keep repeating it, and I've got to drill it into your heads. If you do nothing else on this game, when you get up in the morning, or when you get home from work, or whenever you get time, sign in, go to the shop and pick up the daily reward. Even if you switch the computer off straight away after, go get the daily reward. They all add up. And FREE is our favorite word in the dictionary. We don't turn down nothing but our collar. Remember that. So, before we get into the crafting station, can I just say, I can't think of a better port music to do this sort of thing with you than this one. This may well be my favorite port in the game. This one. Love this one. There's a couple of others off the top of my, I think Nagasaki is pretty good, and the Pacific. Where is the Pacific Wargaming? Why do you do this? Why do you give us stuff that we like and then take it away from us? How about just give it to us, leave it there, and then we can decide if we like it or not? Every port that they have for a new season should immediately go in your port options menu for you to select. Does everyone agree on that? What harm will it do? You gave it to us for free in the first place. Why not let us have it? Anyway, rant over. Let's go into the crafting station, right? So you can see the end reward here in the crafting station is the Kelowna, okay? And here, you know, we've got 5 crates. We've got commendations. We have a tier 6 crate, so you've got guaranteed tier 6 shipping there. And you get a guise here, Titus, and then the first thing you'll get is a flag. Right? Cool. So you think it's a pretty nice selection of rewards, and it is. It is. It's not. I'm guaranteed a tier 6 ship at 40%. Premium ship. You know, commendations are nice. We get 5 crates too. Golden Week 26 crates. 5 of them. You know, this is nice. Read what it says. Open for a chance to receive themed Golden Week goods, including commander guises and skins. The crate can also drop tier 8 premium battleship Musashi or another premium ship and more items. Okay, it can. Doesn't mean it will, it can. So you could get 5 of these crates and you could get 5 premium ships. You could be a bit like winning the lottery, but theoretically you could. I don't know what the percentage of it is. It's not going to be high, but you could. And then obviously you've got here your universal commendations can be used to promote any commander. Nice. Okay. I don't know why I've done that, but and then here Super 6 crate, open to receive a random tier 6 premium ship. You will get a ship for this. This is guaranteed. Okay. You got Titus, who is Italian guys, and gives in one battle you hit the enemy ship 50 times with the main battle, you get 20% global XP boost. Very nice. All of this stuff is applicable and would be useful, and obviously the ship itself Brilliant. Okay. But if I go into about the crafting station, you see, okay, 95% currency limit, pretty straightforward. And then if you look, it says 1%, 1 is 30 days premium access. You see it at the top? 1. Okay. That would be 2,625. Yeah. Premium 30 days. See it there? If I go in here, a month. Okay. 2,625 doubloons. So 2,750 is £7.39. So 1%, 1 would cost me an equivalent amount to what it would cost to buy the campaign. Remember, the campaign is 2,500, 2,600. 1%. 1. I'll let you do the maths on how many of those it would take you, how much it would cost to get to 100% just using that metric. I'll let you figure that out. But that's not all. There's other things you can use here as well. Okay? Can you see? So if we just go down and if I go and I click here, right? So you see it there? I've got 36 days premium access available to me, which would buy me 1%. That's over a month of premium access. Okay, I have 1,852 here. Okay, so I could unlock that stage, right? I'm not going to, but you can see you get me to 5%. 250 of my 1,852 would get me to 5%, which means 500 would get me to 10%. 750 would get me to 15%. 1,000 would get me to 20%. See where I'm going with this? Okay. Credits. 10 million. It won't even unlock the first stage. Okay. Global XP. I have 734,132 global XP. It would take me 225,000 to get to 5%. Insignias, can I interest you in that? 24, it would take me 18 of 24 to get to 5%. Doubloons, I have 1,100. Won't even get me to 5%. So basically, to complete this crafting station, to get a guise, a tier 6 premium ship, 5 commendations, 5 crates that may or may not get me. So let's be honest, what do we all want? We all want ships and we all want commanders. If we can't get that, we'll take like premium acts, things that are most valuable. You ain't getting no steel in there. So it would basically take me, as presently constructed, me, someone who's been playing this game since it came out, as presently constructed right now, it would wipe out all of my resources to get this ship and all the other stuff. Now, I haven't done the maths as if I could get to 100% based on my resources. I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't done the maths, and I'm not going to because I can't be bothered. Because I wouldn't even consider it. Why would I use all my resources to get a flag, a tier 6 premium ship, 5 commendations, 5 random crates that may or may not, you know, give me what I want, and a tier 7 ship? Why would I do that? That just makes no mathematical sense, no business sense, no game sense, no common sense. Whatever sense you want to put in there, it doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? For a tier 7, it's not even a legendary ship, it's tier 7. Now, bearing in mind, we just came off a campaign where the Kremlin, not a campaign, a marathon where the Kremlin was a legendary ship and it cost me nothing. It cost me nothing. Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense. If we just go over to here to ships, okay, right, scroll along, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Japan and Hayate, a tier 8 premium ship, which is 1.4 million global XP, double what I have right now, double for a tier 8 premium ship. So how much is a legendary worth? Well, I know, because Stalingrad was 2 million. 2 million global XP for a legendary tier ship. 2 million, okay? And I've already showed you the comparison, but for those who haven't not yet seen the comparison, I'll go in the bureau, and Vermont is a legendary tier battleship. 5,000 doubloons to buy the bureau project. That's not buying the ship, that's buying the project. Then I have to go through the whole branch in the bureau and get to it. So, for reference, if we go in here and we go into our archive, right? Let me find a legendary tier ship. Colbert. So to get Colbert, you would need to get all the way along here. Now, Colbert was one of the ships that I got before they had the tech tree stipulations. So to show you what that looks like, if I go down, and if I go to Henri. So to complete that, and you would need to do this with Vermont, I'm going to need all the tech tree ships along the branch. Yeah? Need all of those. What does that look like in actual practical terms? What it looks like is this. Ships. And let's go to pan-European ships, okay? In order to get Haaland, you need Smarland, Ostergotland, Skarne, Vast, all of these. And then to get to Gdansk, you need Katsonis, you need Split, you need Grom, you need Stord. And however much it costs to buy them and all the upgrades and all the other stuff to get here. That's the value of a legendary ship, which I just got for free. And I'm going to clean out all of my resources for this? Really? The best thing I can get in here, the absolute top tier, is if I manage to drop a Musashi in here, a tier 8. That's the best I can get. Why would I do that? Why? It makes no sense. This here, the crafting station, right here, is the epitome, the poster child of why I started this channel. Okay? I could give you other examples in the store here. I'm not going to, or this video will turn into a podcast, but that is why. How can we maximize what we can get out of this game for the least amount of output financially? Because we can all understand money. I know you have to do a bit of maths with this game, but we can all understand dollars, pounds, cents, euros. We can all understand that. How can I get the most out of this game with the least amount of output. And doing the crafting station is the equivalent and would be a bit like saying I have a $1,000 car, so I'm going to put a $10,000 stereo in it. And you what? What? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Kind of thing? You know? No, not doing it. I have no interest in the crafting station, to be honest with you. I haven't really looked at it in great depth. I may boost to what I believe is an acceptable level, but don't anticipate me getting that ship anytime soon. I don't get given anything by wargaming or anything like that. I'm not on that level. There's a lot of players who are way more experienced than me, a lot better at this game, much further along, and they can tell you stuff about that ship, whether it's good or not good and stuff like that. I am not at that level. I'm just here for the people, the common man, the working man, to show him how he can maximize his rewards on this game. I'm here for the dude who works all week and comes and plays this game as escapism from his life, maybe from his wife, from his job, from everything, and just wants to play a game and maximize what he can get out of the game and the experience. That's who I'm here for. That guy. Well, actually, I'm here for all of you, but I'm here for those guys predominantly, and the new players, because they're the ones that need the most help. The advanced players don't need my help. They're fine. They're great as they are. I'm here for the people who need help, and to show them what I did as an average guy, working man, to build myself up on this game. That's what I'm here for, and this is what you can do. And I will spend currency on this game, and if I've got it, I will spend dollars and pounds on this game, but for the most part I don't. All I do is get on the missions, get the job done, and earn the rewards, and that is what has brought me to you here today. That's why I'm here. That's all I did. I'm a product of hard work, and that's what I do for you. And I pledge, if ever I'm at the point on this game where I can give things out and reward people, I'll do it weekly. For my subscribers on a week-to-week basis, I would give you stuff. I'll put you in a raffle. I'd do weekly giveaways. So hopefully we can build this together, and maybe one day I or you will be at that point and we can do stuff for the common man, for the working man. Because after all, this channel is called the Working Man's Warships, and it is called that for a reason. So if you're enjoying this, if you like what we're doing over here, like, subscribe, share, comment, take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the next episode of the Working Man's Warships. Bye bye.